Let's talk about the Fruit Lighter collection from Clionadh Cosmetics. They have come out with 8 highlighters that are different colors from gold all the way to green to purple, orange, red, and then they also have corresponding nail polishes. And I did receive these in PR, so thank you so much to Clionadh Cosmetics for sending it over to me. And I do have a affiliate code with them, which I'll put up on the screen. And thank you so much if you do use my code. So I'm going to show you like a full swatch and a blended out swatch of each of the shades so you can get an idea, because realistically speaking, on the cheek, you're not going to just go like if you're using it on the eyes. And I'm also going to be showing you cheek swatches of each of the shades and what they look like on my skin tone. They all have a fruit themed imprint in them, so it depends on the shade. So this one is yellow, so it has like a lemon imprint in it. This green one looks like kiwi, and I think it's such a nice touch. So there's also nail polishes that are matching in color to each of the shades. I'm currently wearing Tarte on my nails. I'll show you a close-up. So I'm going to show you just like what these all look like in the jars, but I'm not going to be nail swatching each of these in this video. I'm just going to be using these throughout, and I'll let you know what is on my nails and if I'm wearing one of these shades as I am today. So let's get right into the cheek swatches, and I'll give you some of my thoughts at the end of the video. I'm going to be using Pucker. I'm going to be using this blending brush, which came in the brush set for the Dragon Fruit collection. I like to use blending brushes that are too large as highlighter brushes. Ooh, that is so shiny, so glistening, and it gives like a wet look for sure. Just trying to work it into my cheek a little bit more. Same brush, but I wiped it off, taking Juicy. Cannot wait to try this one out. Ooh, this one's feels like it's more pigmented. I can see a base on this one a little bit, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to blend it out a little bit more. It looks so beautiful, but it does have just a little bit of a cast, I feel like, so I would have to be for sure very, very light-handed with this one. But it does look really nice on the cheek. Again, wet kind of look. Next, onto Sour. Ooh, okay, this texture, so nice. There's a bunch of different flecks throughout it. It looks wet on the cheek. Love. Tarte. Oh yeah. Very, very purpley. For sure. Super shiny. I did definitely go in with a heavier hand. Tangy. So this one is vibrant green, and it shifts to a purple, which is super interesting. And it just melts into the skin. Crisp. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit more blushy for my skin tone. So going in with a lighter hand. And then if I want to build it up a little bit more, it definitely looks more like a blush. And this one goes from like a pinky red to peach to yellow. Quench. I'm going to try to go in with a light hand. It definitely has a cast. It's definitely a lot. I'm going to take a bigger brush and just try to really kind of spread it out. And here's what that looks like. And last shade is Bitter. Super, super, super shiny. Gotta use this bigger brush and just really buff it in. Okay, I love this one. Love this shade. I love Clionahd's nail polishes, so I'm always excited to have more in my collection because these reflect the highlighters, which are in themselves not overly pigmented because they're not eyeshadows. I do think that these take a little bit of layering depending on what you're looking for. If you want just like a wash of like a peach, then one coat is enough. But if you want them to be a little bit more opaque, a little bit more similar to the way they look in the pan, then you'll definitely need to do 2 or 3 coats. I am wearing 2 coats of Tarte, and I think it looks really, really nice. These are so sparkly. sparkly on the nails, even though they're not necessarily sparkly on the cheeks, which is really great. I really enjoy this formula. I think this formula is really great for application on the skin because it just melts in and it just looks almost seamless. It looks wet. It doesn't look overly sparkly. I think some of these might look a little sparkly. I think it also depends on what you're applying them with. I feel like these are more similar to their like satin formula, but shinier and less opaque, and I think that formula is really, really great for application on the skin. You can of course use these as eyeshadows as well. I haven't done that yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. You could even do like all over the eye and then blending into your cheeks kind of look. I think that would be stunning. As for my favorite shades, I do not see myself really using the greenish shades too often, even though they are absolutely beautiful, but I definitely gravitate towards Pucker as well as Juicy, and then also Bitter. These three are definitely my favorite shades. I love that the formula is very consistent in between them, and as you can see from the cheek swatches, these are all very, very smooth. There is no little bit of flakiness, a little bit of texture. These are not going to be like flaking off of your cheeks. And for a fun color, I do really enjoy Tarte. I think it's a really beautiful purpley shade without being like overly cool tone purple. Of course, you do want to go in and kind of build these up, so go in with a lighter hand because they can definitely build up to be pretty opaque, which is why, again, you could definitely use them on the eyes. I love that they're buildable. Let me know in the comments below if you plan on picking any of these up. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.